Is Toluna Influencers really a great way to earn by sharing your opinion on products and services you love? My name is Michael and I've tested hundreds of ways to earn online, and I've talked about Toluna before, but there has been some really big updates and many have asked about it, and therefore I decided to record this Toluna Influencers updated review where I'll show you exactly how it works now and if it is still worth your time. So let's start by going over one of the big updates that has been on Toluna, because if you've used it before, you can see it looks quite different now. So the branding is something that they've changed the whole design of the website, but you shouldn't really let that confuse you. If you had an account before, you can still use it, and if not, then I will leave a link below also so you can go and sign up for the platform in your country if you decide it's for you after watching this video. Just hold on, don't go there yet, watch all this first, so you can find out if it's really something you are interested in. But as you can see, it's now called Influencers by Toluna, but also it says join Toluna Influencers. So whether it's called Influencers by Toluna or Toluna Influencers or just Toluna, it's all the same platform. And you can use the website so you can earn by just logging in on your computer. It also does have an app for both iOS and Android devices. We'll talk about a little bit later that some methods are actually best on the phone. We'll talk about that once I log in. But let's also go over who can join. So on Toluna's website, you can see the countries it is available in. And as mentioned also, I will also leave a link below where I have a list of the different platforms where I know they are currently actively looking for new members, but you can also just come to the website and choose your language and your country. But let me now log in and then we'll take a closer look at how you can actually earn, talk about the overall earning potential, payout methods, and everything you need to know. So I have now logged into Toluna Influencers and I do like the new design. It is kind of modern and easy to use. Of course, it looks a little bit different if you use it on a phone, but overall the main earning opportunity here is to go to these surveys. You can just go and participate and then it will present you with the surveys that are available for you. You can see there will be a list. It will say an overall topic. It will say approximately how long it will take and how many points you will get. Of course, it's just an estimate, but in my experience, it is fairly accurate. How much the points are worth, we will talk about later also, so you know, for example, this survey here, how much would that actually be worth in dollar or in real money. But one thing that is also important is not just to take these surveys, but there are also some profile surveys you should make sure to take. You can see on the front page also there's something that says profile surveys, and when you first join you will actually get points by just filling them out. It's for Toluna to know more about you, your interests and all that, so they can easier find the right service for you, and you will actually get paid for each of these small surveys you fill out. It really does not take long, and also if you keep it updated once in a while you will actually get paid for just updating them. So that's something you should make sure to check out also. But one other thing is also that you can earn by playing games, or kind of one game chance anyways to earn every day. We'll go over that also. Then there is a unique opportunity just for phones. We'll talk about that after, but let's go to these games now so you can see what that option is. You can see here on the dashboard also. So Toluna has a gaming section, and you can see there's here more games where there's a memory game. That's a free game there, and that's also not something where I live anyways, where you get paid for it. If you have other experiences, any other games or anything like that in your country, please feel free to share below. That would be great to hear. But as far as I know anyways, they do have this Toluna wheel in basically all countries, and here you can spin once for free every single day and earn points. So you just need to click to participate, and then you need to click to play, and then it just loads and you spin, and then you will see if you will get any points, and we'll just have to wait there and see if we are lucky. And today that is quite good. I got 200 points. That's nice. Definitely just by clicking a button there. Sometimes you might not win. Usually most often I get 40 points or so because that's the lowest reward. But as you can see, if you use Toluna anyways, just make sure to click a button once in a day, and then you actually might get some nice extra free easy points. But let's talk about this opportunity that is also only on a phone, and then we'll talk about the payout options, the value of the points, the overall earning potential. So you can see right now it says here there are no new polls for today, and in general you can sometimes do them on a computer, but at least for me they do not really work very well on my computer. So that's on the phone where you have these small, there's a poll where you basically need to answer one question and then you will get sometimes like 10-15 points or so. So it's super easy, and in general I just also like to have access to service on my phone, because then whenever there's a bit of extra time you can just take a survey or two or something like that while waiting in line or whatever you do when you have a bit of extra time. And then on Toluna, then they also have these new polls there that are very easy to do on your phone. That's definitely where I prefer to do them. But let's now talk about the payout options and the value of the points and overall earning potential. So I have now jumped to the reward section, and the exact payout methods varies a lot depending on your country. One thing I like about Toluna is that they have a lot of gift cards usually that are relevant for your specific country and not just overall general gift cards. So that's one thing I really like. They also do have for charities. Where I live, the only reward if I don't want to donate to charity is to get paid via PayPal, which is also fine for me. But I know in some countries they also have a big selection of gift cards, and also again feel free to share in the comments below the country you live in and which reward options are available there. It would be great to hear a little bit more about that in different countries. And the exact payout threshold will also vary depending on the reward and can also vary depending on the country you live in. In this case here, for me, it's 25,000 points. That's the equivalent of around something like $7 or $8. So the payout threshold is not too high. For some rewards, in some countries it might be $5, $10, but it is around that $5, $10 you should expect to earn before you can take out your earnings. How much is the points and worth? Well, that is a little bit hard to say exactly, because again, it can vary depending on the country you live in. But where I live, 3,000 points is around $1. So I know that if there's a survey that gives me 4,000 points, for example, as we saw before, that will be more than $1 I will get for it. But again, there might be some countries where the points is worth less or more, because that is how it is with the point system when it also has different currencies depending on the country. So that is just something you need to calculate, and that's something I always encourage. Go to the payout section, calculate the value of the points before you start taking any service, because then you know exactly what it will be worth in real money instead of points, so you know exactly what to expect. And also one thing you need to be aware of, in some countries it can take several weeks from you redeem to you actually get paid. That's just how it is on Toluna, but if you just use it consistently, then the money will also come consistently, of course. But the first time you cash out or so, it can take some patience, of course, but in some countries it can even take up to 4 to 6 weeks or something like that. In others, 1 to 2 weeks. So that's just something to be aware of. If you're looking for sites that pay instantly, I also do have a video about that, so I'll leave a link in the top corner so you can check that out. But let's now talk a little bit about the overall earning potential. So I would say Toluna Influencers, or Influencers by Toluna, has a quite decent earning potential for a service site. But again, it can vary a lot depending on your country. Also, from what I've heard from people around the world, that in some countries it actually has great support. In other countries, people are not so happy about the support. So just be aware that there can be differences depending on where you live. But overall, I really like that it's user-friendly. The rewards where I live at least are quite decent for the time compared to many other service sites. And it also offers service that you can usually not just find on other service sites, and that's one thing I really like. And the app is also very user-friendly, makes it easy to earn on the go. That's another plus. The payout options also quite good, and also the payout threshold is also fair. I would wish that they did process the payments a little bit faster, but that's just something you have to accept if you want to use Toluna. So I would say overall for a service site, it has a decent income potential, but it will vary a lot depending on your country. It's not, of course, something that will make you rich or something you can do for a living. No service site or app is. You always need to be aware of that. But as a way to earn a bit extra on the side, it is definitely one of the websites and apps that I like using once in a while. So if you want to join it yourself, I will leave a link below where you can go and find the exact link to your country and join from there. That will also support my channel. I would definitely appreciate that support. And if you want to read a little bit more instead of just listening to a video, I also do have a full written Toluna review, so I'll leave a link to that below also. But no matter what, I hope this video helped you. And if it did, make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.